Hello and welcome to my first VOD review. Um, this is a good friend of mine, FrumplePot, also known as Niel. He's a gold 3, kind of. He's hovering between gold 3 and plat. He streams on Twitch at FrumplePot, and while he probably doesn't want me to do this, I think in order for him to improve and for him to get the improvement that he wants, I'm going to do this just because, I think it's important. So, without further ado, let's go. So we get to
One
him.
more follower, yeah.
So we get to him during this round. So a lot of the time I'm going to keep it muted, just because it might be easier that way, not have to deal with him talking to chat and all that stuff. So he's playing. Okay, so this is interesting. So you've got a Phoenix and Cypher on A, a Sage on Garage with a Killjoy turret in Garage as well, and then Killjoy with an alarm bot on default, I'm assuming a Nano Swarm as well. And so Frumple's playing B by himself. Probably what I'd like to see here is maybe Sage play mid. Now I haven't watched this at all, so maybe they change up. But I feel like Omen is played a bit better in Garage, where he can sort of give it up and go and play double C. And obviously Sage has such strong wall at the start of at the opening, just in front of Frumple right now. So let's see. So what I'll say is crosshair placement okay, but he's playing for a kill here. He's not playing for information, and this early in the round, especially as a solo B player, you probably need to be playing for information as opposed to playing for kills. So he gets the call that actually I don't know if he gets a call.
Smoked off long.
Well, obviously everyone's rotating, so that's obviously the A call was made. Probably Phoenix, who's pushed up down into sewers, made the call. Yeah, so it looks like it's right. So that's a good kill through the smoke. We see the Phoenix go down at short from the Killjoy. We know that there's another one there. So for his, that would have been a good call, rather than jumping down blind. You should blind before you go to TP. It worked out in the end, but and he gets a nice 3k. So he got Sage, then the Race, and the Killjoy. That was a nice round, but definitely things you could do better. Especially your Omen's blind, it goes in such a straight line, and it has such a long range that he easily could have reached, it would have reached the end of long. So just to be sure that he was going to get those kills, and that he'd be safe dropping down to heaven, because you just never know. They could hit a nutty shot. Okay, so that was very dangerous. I see that you have a tendency not to use your smokes at the start of the round, and as Omen you want to use at least one of your smokes immediately, because otherwise you're wasting time. Nice, that's a nice shot. You're wasting time that it could be regenning. So that's a good smoke for the TP. I don't know if... So you're just tanking the Killjoy. This guy. And that's unfortunate. So if we back that round up, you used your smoke too late. By the time that you'd smoked long, they were already on site and they'd already killed your killjoy. You rotated in, got the kill on the brim, which was a good shot, and then you got walled off. You did the TP play, so you put a smoke in the air and then TP'd onto the box. That's a good play. You had another TP. What I would have liked to see maybe is to TP onto, say, logs, because your teammates were fighting from garage and long. Maybe not logs, but maybe just backside or right next to the sight box between logs and default. Or maybe just TP into your smoke. Now you did see the alarm bot. I don't know if you picked that up. You did see the alarm bot at the same time as you saw the Razors bot. So you saw both of them go down. You shot the boom bot, but obviously you couldn't shoot the alarm bot. But you did see it on the map, so that's alright. So they lost. What are you talking about?
Why the fuck would he place a bot? Why would he place a bot when he walled it off? I don't get it. Instead of girl.
No, you're complaining about the bot even though you saw it. Again, you're holding mid. This should be an eco. It looks like your team's buying up. Now you here can full buy. You can buy light. There you go. Okay, so this is confusing. Now you're doubling garage with your Phoenix. Your Sage is playing mid like she should have been at the start of the round, start of the game. You're playing an off angle. Now that off angle, I'd much rather you TP directly into the corner. I know you sort of want to avoid the sound cues, but they can see you a lot, like from a lot further out, if you're if you TP to where you TP'd to. So that's okay. That's a decent kill. So you know, I don't know if we know the last person. Okay, the last person spotted mid, and your teammate takes him out. That's a good round. Good good two kills from you. Playing an off angle like that means your crosshair placement isn't so not so important, but you don't get punished for bad crosshair placement because no one is aiming up at you. The fact that you had a Spectre there would have really helped that on the second kill, because the Killjoy would have seen that their Sage just died, and then she would have been like, what the heck, where? So this is a better angle. Okay, yep, that's better. I don't like the peak, but that's a good frag. Getting a bit greedy. You can wallbang that. Yep, so I think you probably overstayed your welcome a little bit. And so, yeah, again, like, firstly, you don't need to take that. You don't need to take that peak. You're already in a 4v5. You have the man advantage, and where you TP'd to is really dangerous because they can see that TP from mid. If the Brimstone was holding the same angle that he peeked you, like from like garage side mid, as opposed to window mid, he could have easily killed you the second you came out of your TP. Even if you had like a ghost or something, he'd just like line it up and you're just a sitting duck. So, good 2 kills. Would have preferred to not see you peak so aggressively. But hey, you're feeling yourself. You're 9-2. So, what can you say? Everyone gets greedy. So, I think this is a good play to go and support your Cypher on A, considering for the last round or two, or for the whole game so far, like 4 rounds, you've been playing B, and now they know you're playing B, and so you're going to change it up. Now you see 3 guys. I don't know if you saw 3 guys solo. Okay, okay, I don't know if this is the right. Okay, so you got the information. You smoked off a really quite weird angle, in my opinion. But that's alright. You could have used that smoke to help your teammates out hold C. Now you saw the Rays on the mini map with her back to. Okay, that's a good kill. Now you don't know where the last guy is. You're going to peek before the smoke blooms and get the kill. Basically, you're just feeling yourself. The crosshair placement was okay. Sort of pre-fired. It's decent, not amazing, but decent. But yeah, you're just playing pop off right now. But even still, so I don't mind this at all, pushing short, because they didn't see you push short last round. So I think it's important, like, to keep them honest. You can push short again, because like if they don't know you did something, then they can't punish you for it. Okay, so yeah. So you overstayed your welcome. You had a very good opportunity to make that into a 4v5 and just back off with your all your health. But now you're in a 4v4, which favours the attackers, and your Sage is forced to rotate over to A site. So yes, it's good that your Phoenix is pushed and he's getting heaps of map control, but it's just not the same. Okay, so are you gonna op? Honest, I don't mind the op play here, although depends what you're gonna op. Okay, no, so you're just gonna Vandal. That's fine. So it's good. You pushed sewers last round. They saw you. You got a kill. You traded, and that was that round. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So let's pause that there. So first peak. I just want to take it back a tiny bit. So again, you're not smoking immediately. You see the Reyna flash, the Lear, and so then you smoke C, and then you peek. Horrible crosshair placement to start with. You're aiming at like the second step down, and you flick up, you spray. That second peak there, way too wide. It doesn't need to be a wide swing there. You don't know if anyone has pushed up through garage, like through the garage opening, and could be peeking you right side mid here. I know it's not your fault, but Cypher's completely rotated off A based on a Lear at C long and one Sage in mid. I don't think that's the right play, but that's not you. The wide swing is not the call here. It needs to be a tight angle again. And don't be afraid to, like, those walls in mid are so spammable. If you spammed a little bit, you might have been able to even get a bit more damage off. So it looks like it's a C hit, so it's a good thing you're picking up garage. You and Sage are going to take this. That's a good trade. Yeah, so just gun out here. I don't like that TP play. And now you're not, like, your Sage was clearing long there. You're giving, like, if the Raze was peeking long, you're giving the Raze a 1v1. And so you're in a 2v1, you never want to give the opponent an easy 1v1, because it would be quite difficult for you to swing there, because you have to, like, drop and then all that stuff. I don't mind the slight change of angle. I know the slowest. Yeah, and that's why I don't like the silly teleport plays, in my opinion, because they leave you so vulnerable, and you kind of got screwed there by your own teammate because the slow sort of screwed it up. But so luckily Sage had a res, and she's resed Killjoy, and so now it's still a 2v2. But if you knew that she was back there, the spike's down, but no one's got eyes on it. The spike's down in... Yeah, oh, actually no, she had spike. So exactly what Sage just did is what you should have done when you were hiding up on the box next to the Killjoy turret. Is Sage's Killjoy was peeking, and then as Killjoy was peeking, Sage peeked out to make it a 2v1 engagement, and but the best pros can deal with that, because their time to kill is so quick that they can go, and they can just flip and adjust their crosshair. Okay, so your Cypher's the AWPer in this game. Okay, you're going to double AWP. So you're going to AWP window then, I'm assuming, while you're... Okay, yes, I like this. I like the off angle. It's very unlikely that unless you miss an easy shot, it's unlikely that you're going to lose a fight here. The only way you lose this is if you whiff. So that's a good... Okay, so you just got timing there, which is unfortunate. The repeat, questionable, not horrible. A lot of this is just discipline. Just discipline to know not to repeat the same angle. So that's a good shot. Nice quick scope. And yeah, you're carrying, basically. You haven't popped off the last few rounds, but you're carrying. This, to me, is a questionable call. Your Cypher's been played with an AWP last round. I know they didn't see it, but what I would do here maybe is AWP the gap in window and have your Phoenix play close. So you saw two people there. Okay, so the repeat, while it worked and was important because your Cypher ended up going down and you need to equalize it, wasn't the best. This smoke actually helps the enemies, helps the attacker side, because now they can walk out into the cubby, and you don't know, like the Killjoy could have gotten shot in the back had they walked through the smoke. That was a good blind shot. That is a stupid TP, in my opinion. Okay, I have no idea how that worked. You just flip and tank like 8 bursts from the Killjoy turret. I am very confused, but hey, you got a 3k, so congrats. I think the Brim knew you were there, so it would have just been worth shooting the Killjoy turret, so you didn't have to worry about the extra damage it was putting into you. You got 88 damage from the turret. That's so stupid. It was a good shot on Brim. No, yeah, you did get 3k. Yeah, good shot on Brim. Really good shot on the Reyna. You sort of had an inkling on where she was, and you did exactly what you needed to do that round, where you made it a 2v1. like he peeked Reyna while she was fighting Killjoy and got the somewhat lucky headshot. So I'm glad that this is a role, because while I can talk about the deficiencies and stuff you need to work on, it's not going to be like a ridiculously long video. Because you're just rolling everyone. Now, don't get me wrong. When you're playing like this, you have a you can just like not think. Okay, so Spike's there. Your Sage is already pushed down into short. She's slowed short for you, and so I don't know if I like this play. Yeah, I was just about to say, because they could be in that corner and you would not know. Overall, an interesting round. I will feel like smoking a bit further down and then doing that play would be good. I don't know how much you trust your flicking. If you trust it enough to be able to hold a smoke and be able to flick to them through the smoke, that would be good. Okay, so you've been playing the rotator, which I think is a really good way to play the orb. It's almost like as you're going, you're getting better at using your smokes earlier in the round. Although I wish you would use them even earlier than you already are. Okay, so your Phoenix played real aggressive there. Why? Who knows? And so they could flank garage you. Yes, it's a B hit. Okay, that's flash is a good one. You're trying to get in there. Just can't. I think here... Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so now you know that one is... I think you know where the last one is as well. I don't know if it's bad comms, so now you're getting blocked and all that fun stuff. And that's just Killjoy being Killjoy. So this is the last round. I'm interested to see how you go on T side. I hope this game isn't really long. You're not using your smoke early in the round. Good pinging, good communication. Okay, there's 3 there. Smoke close, nice. Using a fire, I don't know if you realise that you haven't reloaded. Okay, this is crazy. You're running around with 0 bullets and reloading at... So what your Cypher's doing here is a good... Oh, just unlucky. I think you have a tendency of smoking really close. Like... I feel like what you could have done there, smoke the bomb, rather than smoking the choke point off, because then your teammates are not just firing blind through the smoke. And as they're trying to fire onto the bomb, which you're defusing, then your teammates can swing and get them while they're trying to control their recoil. Other than that, that round was pretty crazy. Lots of misplays, but you Sage. It is what it is. I can't go over everything. Don't get me wrong, you're playing pretty well. You're carrying the game. If you just had like an average Omen on the team, you'd be a lot worse, but okay, that's a good. Okay, I'm really confused what that Sage was doing because I'm pretty sure she's just. Maybe she didn't let you get a free plant. That's a nice flick. Good. I know you're the only smoker, but I don't like the. I'm going to push first with my smoke out. Like you're entering. Okay, so nice and nice try. You got a 2k? Yeah, 2k. So I think the only thing you could have done differently is maybe paranoid the garage entrance just before you took that peak CT. But then again, you could have always got caught with your paranoia out and wouldn't have even killed the killjoy. So, but by paranoiing, whatever it is, by using the ability, you would have slowed them down, allowed you to reset more. Because the Sage, like the Reyna swung round through logs to get the drop on you, only for the Sage, and then the Sage swung round the front side. So you're doing a bait play here. Your whole team goes to the one site and you get a plant. While this is good, gets you an alt stack and $300 for yourself. Unlike in CS, it doesn't affect the team's economy as much as in Counter-Strike. Oh yeah, that's not winnable. I was like, if you got that gun, that could have been winnable, but they were all there.
One can have an orb.
Okay, so talking about economy, right here, I can't even remember who plays C. Could be Reyna. You need to sort of figure out who's playing what site quite quickly, and once you figured out that, then you can go and make educated guesses on, like Killjoy here. She could have an orb, and most of her utility, because she can just buy like light armor. So let's see if this comes back to haunt you. Okay, so your team just walked swing. Like they walked that angle. They didn't run it. So this play, I can't believe that worked. Okay, what the flip? Cool. Sounds sick. That raise is quite unawares. This paranoia is a good one. I don't like the spraying through smoke with your Vandal because it's very risky. You can just get sprayed straight through back. I don't know. Okay, so good kill there. You probably don't need to reload there. Nice 4k. So after you killed the Sage, you probably don't need to reload. Trust, like, you had 16 bullets in the magazine. That's plenty. Like, that's with Vandal theoretically enough to kill 16 people. So rather than reloading in the middle of a retake, I would just compose yourself, and because if they had swung that a bit more efficiently, you'd be caught in the middle of a reload and you'd have died. Because you reloaded when you really didn't have to. So it's good that you're the one person that shot that, your teammates didn't shoot that. But now you know Raze is here, you know Rayna's here, well Rayna's dead now, and now you know Killjoy's here. You know that 2 more people are here, and your teammates are still going for it. And you know that Brim plays Garage. So I don't know why your team is still trying to push this. That's a lucky shot. I'm pretty sure I remember this round because I think I was watching this on the stream. Don't you dare reload. Don't you dare. Oh, okay. Yep. And so, very smart. You know that Raze and Killjoy are on A, and so you go and plant open on. They're both on C, and so you go and TP to A. The one Omen outplay that I can really appreciate. Holding that off angle is good. I don't know if you heard Killjoy. In that situation, you don't need to keep peeking that. Okay, so you just got lucky fading away headshotted. That's just unfortunate. There's not a lot you could do there. At the moment, your Cypher doesn't have any info on C. They could push C and backstab you. So I like this play, but I don't like the fact that you have bomb and you're going solo. So you get a kill, don't take any damage, and so again you're smoking from like you're smoking while you're running in to the site. I feel like these TP plays do not work all the time. So that Reyna just outplayed you with her dismiss, or whatever it's called, devour. So she could drop completely free, and you had to work on two angles. Trying to think what you could have done differently. Not a lot. You had to hit your shot, and you didn't, and that's fine. Everyone doesn't hit their shot every day, so. That's unfortunate. So I think for that you need to be more decisive. Either you shoot it or you hide. You can't try and hide and then shoot. And I know it's difficult because you don't know like what direction it's going to be looking and all that stuff. But you need to be more decisive. As long as there's only one person shooting at it, normally shooting it is the better option. Okay, I like that you're holding there. I don't like the fact that your team is all grouped up in one place, but that's not really up to you. Decent crosshair placement. She's just hits you with a double dink, and that's just unfortunate. There's not really a lot you can do there. You just have to hit your shot again. So, don't tell me this game's going to come down to the wire. You're sort of just like pushing onto sight without really. Yeah, like you didn't clear sight. You're sort of pushing onto sight without really thinking about it. Can't believe you're gonna win this round though. Like when you're walking onto site, you're just like looking out in the open. They could have been like on the left. They could have been on the right. Like close left, close right, and then you end up getting the last kill for your 30 bomb. Like yeah, they could have been close left, because you had no info. They could have been close right next to the boxes, could have been in garage, could have been on logs, could have been back side, could have been in the corner at plat, could have, like, they ended up being backside and they were just hiding, waiting for the plant. But you could have, like, you'd rushed onto site and you could have checked that, and so you wouldn't have been caught with your pants down planting the bomb. So yeah, definitely things that you can work on. This game should not have been as close as it is. I don't like that angle. I know you, and I know that your spray at long range is not amazing. Your crosshair placement's decent. I don't know, man. I feel like you see that enemy killjoy, it's just time to dip. Yeah, definitely do not to not blind all your teammates as you're walking in there. Trying to think. You're in pretty good post plants here. You have a Cypher watching the flank with a trip. You've got two guys in heaven. So now Phoenix has pushed CT, he's getting greedy for frags, and that's game. So overall, I think crosshair placement, specifically just checking corners, like being precise and thorough when you're pushing onto a site, especially if you don't see anyone directly in front of you. I think you've got, specifically with Omen, you need to be using his smokes, because they're free, but they're on a time limit, and you can only have a maximum of 2. You always need to be getting those smokes out so that you can cycle through them. There's a few specific round things that I will have to go back to, but overall that was a lot closer game than it seemed like in the first half. You sort of rolled them on the first half and then got rolled a little bit on the second half. So I hope this has helped. If there's anything else I can talk to you about, I think just let me know. And yeah, thanks for watching